So I've been trying to get a little bit better at recording these videos, and for now, I basically just have a USB mic from Audio Technica called the UTR-28100, and you can see that here. And the problem with just a USB mic is that, well, it sometimes is underpowered, and I have to kind of put my face really close to this mic to get a nice, even, good audio recording. And that's been a kind of a problem in some of these videos, and so I've been trying to make that better. So what I decided is, since this thing has an XLR input, I would go ahead and plug in an XLR cable and get a hold of a USB audio interface. And this one is from Behringer, and it's the U PHORIA UM2, which is an interesting naming convention, but whatever. I liked it because it's about 50-60 bucks on Amazon, depending on when you find it. And it's very simple. It's got exactly what I need, which is just one input for a microphone. It comes with also an instrument input and then headphones. And you can also plug in headphones and listen through it with this direct listen button. So yeah, on taking it out of the box, on the front of the device, you see we have the XLR input for a microphone, and then next to that you have a standard 1/4-inch jack 4 input for an instrument of some kind, if you have like a guitar or something, and then you have the headphone input. In between that, there's also the direct monitor button, which basically allows you to listen back to what you're recording. And then in between there also you have the power button and the 48-volt slave power for a microphone. And so that's on the front of the device. Looking at the back of the device, we have the RCA outputs and then a USB output, and then also the 48-volt on and off power for the microphone. So here I'm connecting this up. And the only big problem that you can see with the video that I just recorded here is that the microphone port obviously is on the front, and if you have it on your desk, you sort of just have to bend the XLR cable back and then run it behind your monitors or whatever, which is okay, but not great. And then, of course, the USB is just on the back, and you just run that to your computer. So the only thing I really don't like is that particular aspect, but depending on your setup, you might not care. Just my setup is a little bit weird because I just do this at a desk. Anyway, so now that we've got all that out of the way, the volume knobs on top, I almost forgot to mention, those feel really nice, although the plastic housing of the enclosure itself is kind of cheap. They work really well. They're very smooth. Feels nice. I definitely also forgot to mention that I like the LED lights on the front of this unit for the power and the 48-volt on and off indicator. They're really dim, and that's really important because honestly, like, I already have a bunch of lights on my desk that are super bright that I've had to cover with electrical tape, including my microphone. So any light that I can get that is not literally lighting up my entire room in the middle of the night is a bonus. Now I'm going to go ahead. So far I've just been recording this on a USB mic, and I'm going to take this Audio Technica mic since it has an XLR input. I'm going to pull the USB cable off. I'm going to turn on the 48-volt power, and then I'm going to record using the new Behringer U PHORIA, and we'll see what it sounds like. So I did some tweaking with this microphone, and I think I've got it about right. Now my face is about, 3 inches or so, maybe 4 inches or so away from the mic, which is way more comfortable for me to actually sit here and talk to you. But also, I was able to actually dial out a bunch of background noise and maybe some mouth noise that you might hear, although I do a pretty good job of editing all of that out. The main thing here, though, is that I now can control the input and output from some dials, so if I feel like it's getting too loud or it's too soft, I can just easily reach over and adjust it. This is with the 48-volt power on. I wasn't really able to get any better sound with the power off. That's not really all that unexpected, considering the fact that microphone itself was literally powered by USB before, and that's obviously not going to do much. So they're about the same. So ultimately, like, I'm pretty happy with this product, to be honest with you, and I would recommend getting it if you're in the market for some sort of USB audio recording equipment. It seems to work just fine so far. I mean, I'll keep you posted if there's any other problem with it, but it seems like it's going to be great. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.